Hey guys, it's nice to be seeing me again, and well, I have something I want to try out. Now, you've probably seen plenty of simmers do this, and a lot of them tend to complain about the limited build mode in several games, but I don't like that, so I'm going to give every single one a chance. So yeah, you probably guessed it right. We're going to be building the same house in every single Sims game. This video in particular is going to start off with The Sims 1. Let's get into it. So I just blew my eardrums out, so we just gotta make a house. So I do have to think about design-wise, because obviously, as we progress through the Sims games, things may change, things may get added, so we're going to see what we can do. So I think if we go with like a basic design, I do want an upstairs. Okay, so since that's the hallway, I think we can easily put maybe a small bathroom like right here. Then with that small bathroom, we can go into like a new area. This might be the kitchen. Because that way, upstairs, we can extend this wall and make those stairs easier to incorporate into the house. It is kind of funny knowing that we have spiral staircases in The Sims 1 and yet still not in The Sims 4. That doesn't make much sense to me. So since that's the dining hall, well, this is like the kitchen. We should have the dining room not too far from the main room. And then we could add an extra room right here. We can easily put like a room right here. Bathroom, ensuite. This could be a multi-bathroom. I do want to make sure to change up this back a little because it's like, you know, the house got smacked. So I don't like that. So for the roof, I like this green color, so I think I want to stick with that. We can go for a relatively not too long roof. And again, it'll be much easier to use the roofing tool in the future Sims games when we get there. Okay, so now comes doors and windows. Let's go ahead and get those placed in, because I have some ideas, and we'll see how we can incorporate them. I do like this nice white door, but there's also this door, which is nice. This boutique door. I'm gonna go ahead and go with this white door because I like the white door. It's like nice for like kind of a farmhouse vibe, if that's what you're going for. Now, I think what's hardest for simmers is they tend to judge this because one, it's limited. The reason why it's not too hard for me is I've actually played The Sims 1 for a long time. I had it on my grandparents' computer. So obviously I have all the training. I've played for very long. I do kind of want to use these like windows with shutters on them, because they look kind of nice when put up against the house. And then obviously for these spots where we want something different, I think we could definitely use this base game window, which I personally love this little window. There is this, oh, but that doesn't fit. There's no BB.move object, so even if I wanted to, I couldn't make it perfect. So yeah, we'll just have to go with something else. How about this window with a little barricade on it? That's cute. Obviously, we're going to need some floors if we want to even be able to work up here. So I'm just going to get us a regular floor for now. And obviously, I will swap it out for a better one once we get there. Okay. Not looking too bad. Except maybe this side with all the windows. No biggie. We can just change some things around, make it look a little better. I like this white siding a little better just because that's like me. I love white siding. I know it's very stereotypical, but I like it. We can easily add like a little fence out here too, to be like a little patio out front or a little garden. We'll see. Gotta build a path up to the house first, don't we? Ooh, there is this floor, which I like that a little better for this kind of house. Okay. All right, we're going to go room by room, how I normally do, in order to make this feel more natural and make it easier to furnish by going one at a time. So since we don't have any rugs that are necessarily going to fit the size of the living room we're going to have, we're going to make our own. I kind of don't hate this yellow for the living room, but I also like this blue. There's like plenty of good options. Ooh, there, it's my two colors I wanted in the one. A nice brick fireplace would look nice. These are a little big. That's a little fancy. I think that one looks cute. I like that one. Okay, now comes the actual living room itself. So we are going to need a TV. We got to find like a nice place for it. And then these leather chairs would actually not go too bad with the blue couch. But I don't like leather that much. What if we went with the grandma couch? Like this colored couch. What if we did that? Because there is a matching couch for that. Okay, that's coming together. I don't hate that. Now, if only we could find a wood that matches that fireplace, this actually wouldn't be too bad in here, like this little table. Can we fit a stereo system in here? Because that would make sense to be in the living room. A little stereo system. Ooh. That kind of fits the room vibe. Like a little wacky. Yeah, that's a pretty nice living room if I do say so myself. I actually don't hate that living room. Okay, so let's go ahead and move into the bathroom. We gotta pick a design for that. So let's go ahead and start with the walls. We gotta get the walls painted if we're gonna have a bathroom. Let's see here. What do we got that's good? Oh, we got this tile. That'll work. That one's not too bad. That one would work too. We got plenty of options to choose from. There we go. And if we can, it's always good to squeeze in a shower or bathtub. Would I be able to fit a bathtub in here, or would it say like, oh, it's intersecting? Oh, it won't. Okay. Don't hate that. Right now for the kitchen. So this kitchen's, wow, this kitchen is quite big. I think it'd be better off to make this the dining room and make this the kitchen. Maybe we should do that. I mean, that wouldn't make much sense though. Or would it? I mean, I'm not complaining. All right, since there's not very many good carpet options in this game, I'm again gonna pull another trick I do, which is we're gonna stick a rug we made underneath the carpet. I think what we need to do, just to like, no, I did not build a room directly above this. So I think what we need to do is we need to take away some of the wall and like move all this in by 1. This is where the eyedropper tool would be super nice, because I gotta go through like a bunch of swatches to find which one is the one that I use, which is not horrible. I'm used to it. It just takes a while. There we go. That feels a lot less humongous and hard to furnish. I could just put a suit of armor in here. Yeah, that's just our suit of armor. Just nonchalantly when guests are over, just mention it. Yeah, we have a suit of armor. It's no biggie. Right, there is this wallpaper, and then there's this one. Ooh, that one doesn't look too bad for a kitchen. Let me put this one down, and then we'll keep it there in case I don't find anything I particularly fall in love with. And if I do, obviously we'll check to see how good it looks. That, I think, is a little too old for this house. That one that we just saw, that one's too fancy. Ooh, we found it. I think this little one with the little, like, siding on it is perfect. Now, stereotypical kitchen stuff. I'm going to put a checkerboard floor because, yes. I love that. I love it. Why don't I put the smaller one? That way it looks a little, like, less weird. So for the kitchen, obviously we're going to need some counters. Let's see what we got here. We got these. Ooh, there we go. Make a nice elongated kitchen. Then we're gonna go ahead and get a fridge and a stove, and we also need a trash bin. We don't need. We got the toaster oven. This is like the only Sims game that actually ever included a toaster oven. We're gonna need some decorations. So let's go ahead and throw a plant down. Yes, I love this plant from The Sims 1. Don't judge me. Kitchen's looking pretty well. The only big thing is that we might need some lighting. So let's see if we can maybe get an overhead light in here. Oh, there is a ceiling fan light too. What if we put that over the kitchen table? Okay, so now for the guest room 1. So this is just, like I said, it's a guest room. That's all. Okay, so the guests will obviously get their own little wardrobe and their own little bed. Need to make sure to give them a lamp so they can see. A fashion design wall. That doesn't make much sense. There we go. A nice little cozy room for just our guests. And then for this main hallway, I wasn't planning on doing much anyway. Some basic paint, some decorations, like, you know, nothing crazy. I'll put a little place for people to put the paper. In fact, even better, let's put a phone there. So easy access for everyone. It's just in the middle of the house. We'll also put a phone in the kitchen. I mean, that's common. Obviously, we're gonna need a railing in the hallway. So, funny story, when I was little, I actually had a fear. This is a funny fear that I had. I thought your Sims actually could risk falling down the stairs. So I was like, oh no, put a railing or else my Sim will die. And obviously that was not true at all. That doesn't happen in game. Which is interesting when you think about it, because what's interesting about parents in The Sims 4 is that, so when you make a family, they're obviously, you obviously made, like, you know, mom, dad, kid, potentially. I don't know if you had kids or not, but you would make that. And the problem is, The Sims 1 did not have the ability for you to say if somebody was family. So literally your Sims, when they go into a house and they see just this random Sim, like didn't matter if they're family or not, they'd be like, ah, who are you? What are you doing in my house? It was very interesting because obviously nowadays we can set that relationship and we don't have to worry about Sims thinking they're complete strangers in the house. Now I did want to stick some curtains on these windows. Now there is some, like some of these blinds or like smaller curtains. Let's go with these green ones because they not only match the wall, but they feel a little more natural in this room. It's like, that's the house everybody... It's just that everybody's family does that. Like, I'm pretty sure it's a rolling meme, like, in the Sims group, is that we're all like, I want the mansion. No, I want the mansion. Rah, rah, rah. Like, you know what I mean? Okay, so no, this is like a ensuite bathroom. So it's like very big, very fun, very nice. So let's see here. Let's go ahead and get the plumbing first. So I would love to put a shower tub combo. Holy cow, this shower is worth it's worth 2,000 simoleons. There we go. Bathroom's done. So now we're going to do this room right here is going to be a kid's room. Like this is going to be for children. So I love using this wallpaper for a kid's room because it's just so whimsical that it's fun. There we go, a nice little carpet for them. So for the kids, there's actually, like, if you wanted to, I always use, like, the kids' stuff, like, so, like this bed, for example. Like this nightstand. Like, there's literal, like, kid-styled furniture. And I would always put this in my kids' room because it just fits. It just works. There we go. I had some stuff for the kid. I got us, like, a toy chest and a dollhouse. Some nice stuff. So for this room, we do need a study in the house. So since we have multiple bathrooms and we have 2 full baths, I think it'd be a better idea to turn this into a nice little study. Gotta have my swivel chair. Like, I just gotta have it. We're gonna put a computer in there. Not the best one, because everybody always went for that. Put a telephone, because let's face it, if you're doing work, you're gonna need that in your office. We can get a nice little bookshelf. And then how about let's put another phone in this hallway. That way, again, phones everywhere. You gotta remember, Sims do not have access to a cell phone. They have to use a mobile. They have to use a landline. We're going to go ahead and add a little area for like a little bit of like just family seating, like a little just a nice area. So next we need some landscaping. We need to fill it in out here. And good news is no burglar can get back here because something that always happens is the burglars, they don't just come. They come in always, and this always happens. They always take the telescope. Because, you know, it's a great way to earn, like, skill. Get a nice little outdoor table. We're going to go ahead and get some nice chairs. Should we do that chair? Yeah, let's do that chair. Here we go. So we got that little area. So I was thinking we should put something over here for the kiddos. Oh, yeah, we got the bar, which I could stick somewhere. Here it is. I was looking for this play structure. It's like basically a playground. It's basically a playground. It's a playground. Just for the kiddos. There we go. Make it feel nice and cozy out in the back of the house. So now we gotta do the front patio. Again, same scenario. We gotta make sure it feels cozy. So here, I was thinking it could be more just a sitting area. Place where you can sit, look outside. We got these relaxing chairs. Like, these are like recliner chairs, which I think would be perfect for right here. Get some bushes out front of the house. Then I do want to add like a little bit of a fence out in front of the house. How big is that? That's pretty big. Looking for something like this. Like just a little like, just show you how to walk up to the house. Like you have to walk right there if you want to walk up to the house. And I think we've done it. I think we've created our Sims 1 home. I actually think it turned out pretty well. I thought it was going to be I thought it was going to be bad. I'm going to be honest. I thought it was going to look super ugly. But it actually looks pretty nice for a Sims 1 home. And I can't wait to see how this translates to future Sims games. Because we're going to be doing a lot of editing to this home to make it look perfect. But yeah, I'm very proud with what we have here. So thank you guys for watching. Please like this video so more people can see it. And subscribe to my channel if you are new. I do all kinds of Sims content on here, including news, reviews, gameplay, and builds. Just like this one. Because I just love all things Sims. This channel was actually created based off my original channel, garrcall. Link in the description down below if you want to check it out, because people love my Sims content so much. But on garrcall, we do variety gaming content, and I stream every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, starting at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you want any of the builds other than this one, because obviously you can't get it, if you want any of my builds, feel free to go down in the description below. You will see my gallery ID. It's garrcall, all lowercase, and all my Sims 4 builds and families that I've created throughout our channel are there. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you again soon. Bye!